Hey guys, so I had a couple of questions about this specific homework question out of the compound inequality section. So the question says, to receive an A student must average 100 or less, but more than 93. If Noah receives an A in the course and had 5 grades of 100, 87, 92, 84, and 99 before taking the final exam, what were the possible grades for his final exam if there were 100 points possible? Assume all 6 grades are weighted equally and let X represent the unknown score. Or let X represent the final exam, because that's the one I still do not know. So let's go back. That very first sentence says, to receive an A in the course, or in this specific course, a student must average 100 or less, which is going to be this, less than or equal to 100, must average 100 or less, but more than 93. It does not say 93 or more. It says more than 93. So that's why we have just this less than symbol versus over here at 100 we have less than or equal to, because it says 100 or less versus more than 93. You cannot have a 93 in this specific class to get an A. You have to have more than a 93. So a 93.1, a 93.2, all the way up to a 100. Okay, so this just gives us kind of the baseline of this inequality. More than 93 and 100 or less. Now what's going to go in the middle is what I get from the next part. If Noah received an A in the course and had 5 grades of 100, 87, 92, 84, and 99 before taking the final exam, what were the possible grades for his final exam? So if you think back, to find the average, I add up all the scores and divide by the number. So right now, the scores I know are these that I've already highlighted in red. 100, 87, 92, 84, and 99. Those are the ones he knows, but he also had to take the final exam. Now, Hawk said to go ahead and let that final exam be X, and so I'm also going to have X in there. So that's the final. Those are the tests they gave. Well, they didn't call them tests. They said these were the known grades. And then because they're all weighted evenly, that just means that the math is a little bit easier. I'm then going to find the average, add all those up and divide by the number, and there are 6 grades total. They told me that right there, but you could also count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now it's just going to be a matter of simplifying. So I'm going to add up all those numbers on the left. I'm going to grab my calculator. Add up all those numbers. So 100 plus 87 plus 92 plus 84 plus 99 is going to give me 462. So I'm still carrying all of this down. 93 less than. So all I did was I added up these numbers right here. So I added those up and I got 462. Still have that X over 6. And so the reason I couldn't add up, I couldn't do much else, is because I'm combining up this numerator and only those whole numbers are like terms. So I added all those up, which gave me that 462. Now I'm going to solve it. So to get X by itself, in the middle, I'm going to multiply by 6 so that those will cancel, which means I have to multiply all the parts by 6. So on the far left, I have 558. And then I have that 462 plus X in the middle. And then on the right, 600. Now I'm going to minus 462 from all 3 sides, which is going to give me a 96 on that part on the far left. Carry down my inequality. those canceled, leaving me x. And then, oops, it's going to give me 138 on the right. Now, going back, it says that here, what are the possible grades for the final exam, assuming there were 100 points possible? So over here, this is saying his grade on the final exam was between a 96 and a 138. Well, since the 138, since I can't have greater than a 100, we're essentially just going to scrap that and say that that's a 100 because no grade could be higher than a 100. And so my final answer will be 100 less than or equal, 96 less than x less than or equal to 100, which means his final exam was between 96 and 100. Again, the reason that I just kind of changed that number is because I can't have a 138 on the final. They told me that there were only 100 points possible. And so down here, I said, okay, well, the highest he could get is a 100. So I just changed that number. Okay, so there's an example similar to that problem for you guys. If you have questions, let me know.